Hi, welcome to Hip Hop News Weekly. We talk about everything that happened in hip hop this week and try to be as respectful as possible. First things first, we have comedian wars. Yes. Everybody know Cat Williams went on Club Shay Shay a few months ago, went viral. Now Monique went on Club Shay Shay recently. She went viral, and now Monique and Cat Williams is going on tour together with the Cat and Monique tour. This is big. I ain't gonna lie. This is big. I feel like Cat Williams and Monique are definitely two all-time comedians. All-time comedians. I'm not gonna lie. They are all-time comedians. And I feel like later on in their life, for whatever reasons, they definitely been blackballed. You don't see them in as much movies. You don't see them in as much TV shows or whatever. But Monique and Cat Williams is still funny. Still funny. You feel me? So them going on tour together is definitely gonna be a nice big moment. Also, speaking of comedian wars, we had Donnell Rollins pop up at a show that Corey Holcomb was doing. You feel me? Corey Holcomb called Donnell Rollins mid. He called him a mid-tier comedian. Donnell Rollins said, nah, I'm a big fish in this. I'm a big fish. I really get busy. You feel me? I make an impact. Shout out to them. You feel me? I don't think Corey Holcomb and Donnell Rollins is on the Cat Williams Monique level, but I definitely feel like they also are staples. You feel me? Donnell Rollins is from the Chappelle Show. Corey Holcomb had a viable role on Wild 'N Out. Viable role, you feel me? While Wild 'N Out first started, Corey Holcomb was very big on that. You feel me? Very big. So they got their own little comedian wars going on. I wouldn't mad if we start seeing comedian versus. I'm not gonna lie, comedian versus would be fire. Imagine if we get Cat Williams versus Kevin Hart, you feel me? Or Monique versus Samore, you feel me? Or Donnell Rollins versus Corey Holcomb, you feel me? Or Mike Epps versus somebody. I ain't gonna lie, comedian versus would be fire. Y'all both go on stage, y'all each do a 20-minute set right after each other, and then we decide who was the better comedian. That would be really dope, you feel me? Last but not least, speaking of Mike Epps had a back and forth with Shannon Sharp, you feel me? He did a little stand-up, called out Shannon Sharp for the way he does his interviews. Then Shannon Sharp called out Mike Epps. They met over All-Star Weekend, hugged it out. Nothing came from it, you feel me? Then Shannon Sharp went viral again for going at Cenat. He just made a little joke on national TV. Jaylen Brown used Cenat in a dunk contest. Everybody was like, I don't get it. What was the big deal about it? But they spoke out. Cenat went on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco. They squashed the beef. That was really never a beef. It was a good moment though. The thing with Joe Budden and Shannon Sharp is Shannon Sharp didn't come off as hate. I'm not gonna lie. When Joe Budden talks about Aiden Ross or Cenat, it comes off as hate. It definitely comes off as hate. When Shannon Sharp do it, it didn't come off as hate. It didn't. It just came off like I'm making jokes. But Joe Budden does it, it definitely comes off as hate, in my opinion. And then last but certainly not least, Chris Brown versus Ruffles. Yes. Chris Brown was invited to All-Star Weekend last week to participate in a celebrity game. They end up calling him back and saying, no, we don't want you at the celebrity game no more. Our sponsors don't want it. Chris Brown comes out and says that the sponsor that didn't want him there was Ruffles. Ruffles comes out and says, bro, we have no choice of who's in the celebrity game. We just send the money, you feel me? We have no picks of who's in there. They don't tell us nothing, you feel me? So that was a nice little back and forth. I definitely feel Chris Brown. Because nobody can say Chris Brown is not talented. Your mans can act, your mans can sing, your mans can dance, your mans can play basketball, he writes songs. There's nothing Chris Brown can do. But he's never going to live down the Rihanna thing. He's never going to live it down. That was 10 plus years ago. He's never going to live that down. And part of it also is because Rihanna is such a mogul. You feel me? A lot of people have gone through domestic violence cases. Respectfully, Dr. Dre went through a domestic violence case. But right now, Dr. Dre is getting his own award. You feel me? It's a Dr. Dre award right now. So I feel like Chris Brown, because Rihanna is bigger than Chris Brown, like she's still the A side in that, it's definitely going to always be negative on Chris Brown. Always going to be negative on him. He can't do nothing to erase that. Nothing to erase that, bro. Nothing to erase that. So even if he feels like, oh man, I feel like people are not jacking me, or I feel like they are holding me back from this, or it might not be that, that's always going to be in the back of his mind of, did they take me away because of this Rihanna situation? I don't know, bro, but he's never going to live that down. But Chris Brown going at Ruffles, he's talented enough where it's like, I can speak up. I don't got to bite my tongue for nothing. I can speak up against anything I want. You feel me? And y'all already blackballing me. So what y'all going to do? That's my opinion. This has been Hip Hop News Weekly. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll be back with more.